I belong. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am unbelievably exhausted already. And it's only Tuesday. Let's build up the gremlin energy. Gremlin energy unleashed. We are ready. We're ready! Hi. Today, someone asked if I was Canadian, and someone else asked if I was from California. That was the two I got today. Canadian, Californian. Two. It was a weird day. There was like a drunk lady at work. I had to talk to the drunk lady. She was very drunk. Asking about Segway scooters. And this lady was asking like every question, and I would just be pointing at this graph, just like, so what's the difference? And I'd be like, okay, so like this one's 30 and this one's 40 kilometers. And she's like, oh, is it like per hour? And I was like, no, they're both 25 kilometers per hour. And she's like, and I'm like, no. And I'm like literally pointing at her, I'm like, better. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, because she's drunk as shit. And then I was like, and there was two people who were cracked out of their minds yesterday as well. It was like they were being babysat by security. They were just like walking around and just dropping their stuff everywhere like toddlers, as they were like touching everything. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. They were just like kind of like walking around like zombies, and then they would like literally just like touch something and be like, oh. Like, I haven't seen someone that high in a long time. They had no fucking idea where they were. Oh yeah, and then of course, new outfit. I got shoes, booty shorts, cool material stuff that's like in my top, and then over top, super pog. Although there's a little bit of clipping, but it's pog. And then of course the cool hat and gloves. And then of course, you're under arrest, chat. Horny jail time. Yeah, you're going to jail.
I'm going to jail!
I'm still new to VRC, haven't made any friends yet. Aww. Well, make sure you just keep getting involved with communities like my community and others. And obviously you'll make friends like that way. And like, you know, sometimes I do community events, so you can always come check that out. Some great communities out there. And you like a hobby or thing, or you're into. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I mean, that's how I made all my friends, is through different VR chat communities. It's like trick to meeting cool people in game. Go through communities, like meet people through different VR chat communities. You'll definitely make more friends that way than you will just like going to Publix and stuff, because Publix have kind of built like this weird name for themselves. But you can definitely find communities with community events. Just find some streamers you like and just like join their discords and just like interact with people. I'm sure you will make friends pretty quickly. That's usually that's how I did it. They're definitely a lot worse. I wouldn't say cancer. You can go to a heap of Publix that aren't Quest compatible and usually get a pretty good experience. It's just like when you're taking a big risk when you join Quest worlds, because it's either like people targeting Quest users that are actually underage, and then just like people who are just problematic in general. You just make better friends. Well, that's what I mean. Like if you make friends through Discord communities and you're a mute, then it doesn't matter, because obviously you're making friends through Discord. So even if you're in game, you can still type to them and stuff. I miss the days where parents could discipline their children because they... Yeah. I've been in a public just big with Dakota before, and there was like literally a child calling people a bitch, and at one point their mom walked in the room, and they literally did the shit, my mom's here, gotta go, and just like threw their headset. That's fucking wild. I don't know, it's so hard because like you can't tell kids things. They just don't want to listen. You don't understand that like you're putting yourself in danger. You're actually like endangering yourself by being like in these publics and being like the way you are. They need a good wholesome hobby like Pokemon cards. All right, if you're a parent or you're about to be a future parent, I'll be honest with you. Get your kids into Pokemon cards. It's like crack, but it's not crack. So, you know, they're addicted, but it's not a fucking drug. No one can hurt them. But I mean, like, you know, you can find your local game store, and like they have like kids groups all the time where they can just like play Pokemon together. Just like check out a few stores. The thing about Pokemon that a lot of people don't know, especially the TCG, if you're like interested in learning more about it and like getting really involved in it, you don't have to spend as much money as you probably think you do, as long as you're like practicing. And the thing about kids playing TCG is that if they're under 16, then they're not in Master Division, which is where the adults are. So if they're 15 and under, there's 2 different divisions, and both those divisions can qualify for free trips around the world by playing. And if you get one, and you're a parent, you also get a free trip. If you want to talk crack, get on the water. Yeah, 40K is a fucking crack addiction for sure. I never understood it. Like, I think the lore and I think the design of a lot of 40k stuff, or just Warhammer in general, is really cool. But it's my problem with 40k is just like there's no actual organized play. So like I don't understand like what you do at that point. Most people I know that do 40k now do 3D print now. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people like 3D print 40k now, or they do they buy what is it? There's a website that does a lot of model stuff too. I always forget the name of it, but there's like a pretty big one. I was playing Overwatch yesterday. A kid playing Widowmaker. Play the game. The kid was legit vibrating between the. That's wild. Yeah, I mean, like, you know. It's hard to know though, because like some kids aren't even on anything. They're just like fucking cracked out of their mind just in general. Kids are like little sponges, right? Like, you know, you give them information and they just like absorb it. If you got a kid who's like pretty patient, you can teach them so much fucking shit. It's actually insane. Kids patient, you sure? Yeah. You can so like we used to do big events, right? So you have like 30, 40 kids in a room and they would be screaming. And then you're like, all right, round one, time to play Pokemon. Silence, focus. It's actually fucking wild. Like it's actually insane how just like laser focused they get when they're ready to play a fucking game they're into. I used to host birthday parties there as well, and I remember a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh birthday parties I ran for some parents, and it would blow their mind because it would be like these kids are like eating sugar at the store and they're just like running around, and they're like, okay, time to play Yu-Gi-Oh, come on, sit down, and they like sit down, and then like within seconds they're just like focused and they're quiet and they're like, oh, I can do this, and they do this, and they're like, oh, I have a question, how do I do this? And, you know, like, the parents are all just like, what the fuck is happening? I think the thing is, like, it's always just, like, super important that, like, if you come across as, like, interesting or cool, the kids are just, like, mesmerized. They're just like, oh, you know, this person sort of, like, they're into the same things I'm into. They're an adult, but they're, like, a cool adult. They're, like, willing to, like, be like, yeah, okay, what's up? I'm gonna lay down. I'm fucking. I need to be comfy. Give me a sec. Can I be let out of the basement now? No, Mau put you there. Now you're in the basement for life. I'm stuck in Remmio's washing machine. You better not be. I did washing like yesterday. How the fuck did you get in there? How? And so PS1 to keep me company in the basement. No, you can have a Game & Watch. It's all I can afford. Oh my god. Chad, there was this guy at work with his kids the other day, and he was like looking to buy like one of his kids like an iPad, like an iMac. No, it was a MacBook Air for his kid, like, you know, $2,000. And his kid was like maybe like 18, like 16, 17, 18, and he had like the Supreme butt bag and like a fucking super expensive jumper and these crazy fucking Nikes. And I was like, how the fuck do you afford this shit? How do you have that many kids and still afford to buy so much shit? Like, this guy must be like a CEO or some shit. That shit's wild. Could be off-brands. It looked real. And they bought like a fucking expensive like Apple product as if it was nothing. I miss MMOs. Yeah, me too, Divvy. That's why I work for a living and then spend my outside time working. I need that MMO experience. It's very close to a very good MMO, and I can play it solo. Okay. I mean, yeah. It's the same thing with Lost Ark, right? Like, it just isn't an MMO, right? Like, it's Diablo, right? I can't get over that part of it. I want it to be WoW. I want it to be fucking more WoW or Guild Wars or like City Heroes or Villains. You know, like you go do quest, you kill the guy, you complete the quest, and then you get something. That's what I want. Actual character progression. I'm trying to convince Smiley Rally to do a pizza tier list with me too. I'm getting there. Chat. We're gonna do a pizza tier list. Pizza toppings tier list. Chat, have you had sardines on pizza? Hands up in chat. Who's had sardines on their pizza? Sardines were a mistake. I'm crying. I love sardines. I feel like people would be more accommodating for no anchovies than no pineapple. I think a lot of people are weird about pineapple. I don't care either way, but I feel like pineapple on pizza is just like kind of like a meh. Pineapple on pizza isn't a deal breaker. It's just a mistake. You know what I mean? It's not correct, but it isn't wrong. You know what I mean? Oh my god, can we talk about the daddy tweet? Alright, chat, I tweeted out yesterday, hey, it's Thursday, what did you get, daddy? No one understood. I would cry, dude. So many people were like, what did you get me? And I was like, oh. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm not a bottom. Cap, biggest bottom. Alright. Alright, Minty. Hey, Minty, you want to go on a date sometime? Just me and you know? I'll treat you. Found a takeaway store that sells chicken rolls super cheap, kind of pogging. That's pog. What the fuck? Dude, everything is so expensive here. 2.8 for chicken roll. That's pretty good. Most places easily double that. There's a place selling lasagna toppers and like fucking lasagna toppers and other shit, like a chicken roll for fucking $6 over here. Shit's fucking whack. $6 for a chicken roll? Yeah, that shit's expensive. I have decision fatigue. That's what the real thing is. I want to do too many things that I end up just doing very little. And it's so frustrating because obviously like I definitely can do more stuff. It's just, and I feel bad when I don't do it, but I have to like also make sure I'm relaxing at the moment because I don't want to like stress myself out too much. So I just try and like roll with the punches, I guess is probably the best way of putting it. But like I generally feel like I want to do more. It's just like finding the time to do more. It's all a balance. It is. It's so much. That's fine. We're getting there. Like someone asked me at work today about it, and it's like, you know, like, oh, you stream, and I'm like, yeah, I stream, and like, oh, you get like, how many people you get, and I explain, and they're like, whoa, that's pretty big, like, you know, are you partnered? And I was like, no, I don't know, I really want to do this full time. I don't want to use the word partner. I want to use the word full time, because I don't think partner means that, to be honest with you. I'm building this up. We're getting there by myself. As obviously you guys, but you know, like, I mean, like, what I mean is like, I don't like, I try not to like clout chase. I'm just trying to make friends with people. You know, like, I want to do merch. I want to like get to a point where I can live off Patreon plus this, and then like, I don't know, if we get YouTube big enough, we can live off YouTube too. But like essentially to where I can be like comfortable. I don't need to make a lot of money, just like to a point at which I can just do this more, so I can focus more on it and not feel like I don't have enough time to do stuff every week. Full-time content creation is more hours than full-time working. Oh, 100%. Thank you all for coming and chilling. Appreciate you all. Mwah. Mwah. Maybe we'll watch videos and just relax and just chat about how cute you guys are and how pog you guys are. But bye now. Bye.